the Alliance. So I did a YouTube video on this. There was a press release.
What a joke.
It was a kind of a letdown. And I don't think, I wasn't expecting a whole ton of where you'd have a schedule and, maybe a mock draft of what everything would look like. But
I would rather
pretty letdown to me. I think it was a letdown.
I'd rather than just take their time, figure out what they want to do, than announce it. I think they rushed into an announcement. All right, guys, we're having an alliance. Great. I would have liked a little bit more time, but I understand you got to get ahead of it because the SEC, their relationship with ESPN owning SEC Network, and then the Longhorn Network is pretty powerful in and of itself, and then you have them joining up with the SEC. I understand kind of the rush of it, but I would have liked to see some more time and a little bit more. I would like to hear some more of what the idea is. Are we going to see Ohio State versus FSU in the regular season? That'd be awesome. I would like to know more moving forward. How the schedule is going to roll out.
Someone mentioned earlier, like what future matchups do we want to look forward to? Like I would love like a home and home with USC or UCLA where we get to play in the Rose Bowl again. I mean, either
Michigan,
one. Yeah, Michigan go to the Big House. Again. It's just I would love to go to USC. Go to a game in the Coliseum. I think that'd be a ton of fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would be exciting.
Yeah, that's a bucket list trip for me for football. The Rose Bowl is screw Oregon. But
the rematch would be nice. Would be fun. Maybe not this year, but a few years by then. I would go to a stadium up there. I would have a good time. It's pretty in Oregon.
We'll see if any of this even works out, though, because like they were saying at the press conference, they're working under like agreements.
A gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, a gentleman's agreement rather than signed contracts, and we all know how much integrity and how much all these guys are trustworthy. So,
I mean, part of it is it's all new commissioners. Like all the commissioners for these leagues are only in their first or second year.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still figuring things out. But yeah, something a little bit more formal or with more details would have been nice.
Yeah, no.
Or just wait until there's something that's on like pen to paper. Like, what are we doing here?
I'm really interested to see what happens with the Big 12 because
they got left out.
They're about to get Big Easted. They're about to be out of here.
Hanging on
I'm
by a
interested
thread.
to see do some of those teams go to the SEC? Do some of them splinter off and become part of this alliance? I still think we have to, because there's still some good programs that are in that conference that you talk about getting left out. Oklahoma State, TCU,
Baylor's
those are good,
fantastic basketball.
Yeah, Baylor. Those are really good programs, not just football, but like you said, Austin, basketball, baseball, all that kind of stuff. So, I don't think it's done yet with some of those teams. I think they're going to end up somewhere, whether it's SEC or part of this alliance. So,
no, I still think that, there's nothing signed at all. I still think the SEC is still looking at teams at the ACC, looking at Florida State, looking at Clemson. I don't think that's over with. That's why some of these teams aren't going to sign. They're not going to. The president is going to sign to something like this. There's still SEC wants to poach. They want to make a mega conference, and they would love to have a Florida State program in there, that brand in there. They want to have the Clemson, that competitive edge and brand. Even a Miami, they would love to have. So they're not done yet whatsoever, I don't think, and that's why there's nobody signing anything. So it's just kind of like, woohoo, we're going to make an alliance. I mean, none of this is going to happen anytime soon. Right. But I still think the SEC secretly after a lot of these guys.
Oh, absolutely. They're probably after schools in all three of these conferences, and that's why the conferences are getting together to, try and start something, but we'll see if that actually comes to fruition. And at the same time, depending on if schools can get out of contracts or whatnot, the SEC obviously brings a lot of money.
A lot of money. Would you be fine with Florida State going to the SEC? And this won't happen anytime soon. It would take a few years, but
yeah, I was looking at that. The Big Ten conference made more money than the SEC.
The ACC was like fifth, though, fourth or fifth. I forget what it was.
Yeah, if I could find that chart, I'd put it on here. But I mean, the money situation is different, but you just got to kind of be ready for that competition. Florida State's not ready entirely yet for that. They will be, hopefully, in a few years. But the SEC, I think, is definitely after a few of these schools, gentlemen.
Yeah. So the school payout. So the Big Ten last year made $768.9 million, SEC $728.9, Pac-12 $533.8, ACC $496.7 million, Big 12 $409 million. The payouts for the Big Ten were $54.3 million per school, SEC $45.5, Big 12 there was a range of 37 to 40.5. Pac-12 33.6, and the ACC was last at 30.9 to around 37 million. So, the Big Ten, they, those farmers, they look, they're committed to that northern style of sports and football.
And it's just Big Ten. It's just such an old brand. Yeah. Whereas, like outside with the ACC, like everyone still thinks it's the Carolina schools. Like it's that kind of stuff. If they could work out this alliance where we can get the ACC can get some of that Big Ten money, it's huge. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's going to work out that way.
No way. No chance they're going to start splitting money between the conferences.
Be interesting to see.
Yeah, no, it's tricky. It is definitely tricky. We'll see. We'll see how that alliance works. I don't think that was just bleak to start off with. So, anyways.